probably wrong.
We'll see how things go here. But it should be a great shootout for the win. Maybe Mike Alexander could win this thing.
Who knows? I mean, you know, it's possible the front two might get tangled up, not taking anything away from the fact that he might have a car fast enough. He doesn't have as much road course experience as Waltrip and Rudd, but he's been doing a good job here today. But if they should happen to tangle just a little bit up front there, it could put him right in position to do it.
Well, Bobby Allison, we know that you're watching this afternoon and probably have a big smile on your face because your substitute driver has done extremely well here on this road course. He's third. Here comes the field off of corner number 7. The pace car pulls into the pit area, and here we go. 86 laps completed. We've got 4 to go, and the racing resumes.
This is what it's all about, is the head down into turn 1. Waltrip protects his position going in there.
Waltrip will win the race to the first corner. We've got a lot of passing going on here in the middle of the pack. That's Ken Schrader, Dale Jarrett, side by side with Bobby Hillin Jr. Look at this pack of cars. Every position is very important because of Winston Cup points.
Absolutely, because there's a break of 5 points down through 6 positions and 4 points from there on back. That's Bobby Hillin Jr. behind Dale Jarrett. Richard Petty off the pace down on the inside. Petty was running in the 9th position, but he's off the pace.
Apparently a tire going down in the Richard Petty car, so he drops back. Ken Schrader may also be having a tire problem, we understand.
Well, we saw Dale Jarrett, Bobby Hill, and several others pass him there on the restart. Here are the leaders.
We go. Can Rudd pull off the pass here for the lead? I think he's got it. Rudd goes into the lead, passing Darrell Waltrip.
Made a good, smooth, slick pass. Waltrip certainly won't give up.
Here comes the shootout we've been talking about. Mike Alexander holds on to 3rd position. This is lap number 87. Is that smoke coming from Waltrip's car? It is indeed. A lot of smoke is coming from Darrell Waltrip's car. It may not be able to make it to the finish. Mike Alexander goes to 2nd. Here comes Rusty Wallace into 3rd, and Rusty is not out of this, but Darrell Waltrip is.
Well, will he bring out the yellow? I don't know if he's putting anything down on the racetrack or not. He's certainly putting a lot of smoke out there for the drivers coming up behind him. And the yellow, well, there's the black flag out because
the number 67 car, Braun Esau, is smoking badly also. You can see a trail of oil from outside that Darrell Waltrip car. So indeed there is some fluid being put down on the racetrack, but we do not see a caution flag in the hand of Darrell Ford. Now let's see what happens here for 2nd. Rusty's going for it. He's got 2nd position. Mike Alexander is back to 3rd, and Rusty Wallace could very well win this race.
Can I change my vote? I'll tell you, he has come up through there from nowhere. Of course, we have seen him run well all day long. One of the most aggressive drivers out here, but I'll tell you, Ricky Rudd is tough on a road course, and he might be able to hold Rusty off.
This time by, there will be 2 more laps to go, and what an afternoon Rusty Wallace has had. Here he comes off of corner number 7. I think he's going to get the lead from Ricky Rudd. Let's see if he does. They come down the front stretch, going into turn number 1. Rudd has the inside line. Rusty just cannot make the pass, and he stays in 2nd.
That's not the place to pass on this racetrack, not on the outside. If he'd been on the inside, that's okay, but Rudd was holding that inside line, and he's going to use that racetrack to his advantage. You can bet your bottom dollar. So
Rusty now looks for the setup that will put him around Ricky Rudd, but Rudd is doing a tremendous job holding off the challenge of Rusty. Here comes the rest of the field through turn number 3. Back up front we go. Rudd and Rusty Wallace are battling for position and the lead and the win. Next time by, it'll be the white flag. Bill Elliott is moving into 3rd position, passing Mike Alexander, and here comes Phil Parsons. As Parsons and Mike Alexander are side by side through the corner, and Mike a little bit sideways, but he saves it nicely.
I think he got nudged just a little bit by Phil Parsons. Here comes Dale Earnhardt running in 6th place, pulling up on that pack of cars.
Look at Rusty Wallace trying everything he can to pass Ricky Rudd and take the lead for the win. They're off of corner number 6. They head for turn number 7. Here's an attempted pass. Nope, Rusty thinks better of it. They come off with the 7th corner. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Will it be Ricky Rudd, Rusty Wallace, Bill Elliott, or someone else that wins this race? Well, we had some slow-paced activity in the middle sections, but certainly not now, as we are really battling for that win. Rusty is right on the back bumper of Ricky Rudd off of corner number 1, headed for 2.
Rudd knows that he cannot make the slightest mistake. If he does, Rusty Wallace will stick the nose of that Pontiac in there.
backstretch now. Rusty Wallace looks to the inside of Ricky Rudd. They're separated by about a car length. Now Rusty begins to close in just a little bit. He looks to the outside of Ricky Rudd. Can't find the chance to pass. He's going to have to do it in turns number 6 or 7. If these guys tangle, Bill Elliott is right back there in third position, seeing what's going on. Rusty will try to make a final move here. They come down through corner number 6 now. Rusty is going to have to make a move if he wins this race. I don't think he's going to do it.
I don't think he can do it either. Ricky Rudd is too smooth. He has the line that he wants. He's using the racetrack to his advantage. He's going to slow it down in that turn, and they bump.
They bump. Here they come off the 7th corner. Who's going to win it? They're side by side. Rusty is well off the track. He cannot win it, and Ricky Rudd does. Unbelievable.
We knew it was going to be that kind of a race when the green flag flew again.
We have a crash. Davey Allison involved in a crash. Several cars have come together. And a car also spinning off course. Maybe some oil. That's Ernie Irwin that slid off course. Gets the car pointed in the right direction and takes off again.
Dale Jarrett is fun over there somewhere. He was late to get back, and Ricky Wilson also was in a crash. He came across the start-finish line. So was Brett Bodine. He was involved, so a big car crash.
Well, here it is again. Rick Wilson with some major body damage to that car, and we'll see how it all happened. He's hit by Terry Labonte.
Yes, he is, and Labonte goes around, and there's Davey Allison going around, and Brett Bodine gets in it in the car number 15.
So a melee there on the final lap that causes several cars to come together. But the story is Ricky Rudd, who has won the Budweiser at the Glen, holding off the enormous challenge of Rusty Wallace. Coming through corner number 7, Rusty got all 4 tires off the racetrack. He was in the grass, but he did hang on to second, just couldn't find the opportunity to pass Ricky Rudd, and Rudd wins it.
He certainly gave it that old college try. He did everything that he possibly can, but Ricky Rudd was using the racetrack to his advantage, and that's what he's supposed to do when he's up front.
This will be the 9th win of his Winston Cup career. Now, this is where Ricky Rudd grabbed the lead from Darrell Waltrip just a few laps ago.
Waltrip's car had begun to smoke a little bit at that point. He pulled down to the inside, or pulled to the outside, I guess it would be, as they go into a turn, and Rudd takes the lead, and you can see the smoke from Waltrip's car becoming a little bit.
And now the finish of the race as everybody came through corner 7. Look at Rusty Wallace get completely off the racetrack. The car is sideways. He gathers it in, however, and finishes second, but Ricky Rudd wins the race. And now